Hi there and welcome to another video from Faraz Maths. It's Mr. Faraz Hassan here, and in this video we are learning expanding double brackets too. So previously we did in numbers that if you multiply two same numbers, the result is always positive. Like here, if I multiply 2 with 5, that is positive 10. And usually we do not write positive sign with a positive number in beginning. Similarly, if you multiply two negative, again they are two same signs, minus and minus are same, and here plus and plus are same. So whenever we multiply two same sign, the result is always positive. The next logic here is in multiply, whenever you multiply different signs like plus and negative and plus, the result is always negative, and again 10. Okay, the next one. So 2 plus 5, that is plus 2, and plus 5, that is plus 7. 2 minus 5, so one number is positive, other is negative. What we have to do here, we have to do subtraction. Whenever one number is positive, other is negative, we have to do subtraction. So subtract a small number from the bigger number. So 5 minus 2 is 3, and you have to use the sign of 5 here, which is negative. If you just compare 5 and 2 without their signs, so you can say that 5 is bigger than 2. So there's a technique, we always have to use a bigger number sign. So 5 has a sign of negative, so that's why we are using negative sign. And you can also solve this thing with the number line. For example, if I draw a number line like this and 0 is there, it's minus 1, minus 2, and it is plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, that is minus 3. So the first number you have here is plus 2. So mark here, this is plus 2. And then it says minus 5. So it means you have to move how many units down? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So where are we now? We are at negative 3. Quite logical. Okay, the next one, minus 2, minus 5. When we have two negative number, we always add them together with the negative sign. So simple. So minus 2 minus 5 is minus 7. Plus 2 plus 5 is plus 7. Minus 2 minus 5 is minus 7. Don't mix up with the logic of multiplication. Some students think that it's they are multiplying and minus time minus is plus, so they make it plus, and that's a wrong thing if you make it plus. So because there is no multiply sign, so you cannot make it like minus time minus is plus. Okay, be careful in this. We are adding them together. So minus 2 minus 5, two negative number always add with each other with the negative sign. And if you solve it by the number line, so we have 0 over there, then minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, and minus 7. So minus 2, mark it, minus 2, and then we have to move down. Negative 5 means 5 unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are here at negative 7. Okay, the next one, minus 2 plus 5. So when one number is negative, other is positive, we always have to do subtraction. And 5 minus 2, subtract a small number from the bigger number. So 5 minus 2 is 3. And you have to use the sign. If you just compare the number 2 and 5, the bigger number is 5 and it has plus sign with it. So the answer is plus 3. Usually we do not write plus in the beginning, positive number. So if I am writing just 3, it means it is positive 3. Okay, previously on Faraz Maths, we already did this, that how to multiply or how to expand two brackets, how to expand two positive brackets. So if I multiply x with x, you know this thing that it is x square. If you multiply x with positive 5, that is plus 5x. If you multiply plus 2 with x, this is plus 2x. And if you multiply plus 2 with plus 5, that is plus 10. So if I highlight these two terms because they are like to each other, I can write it as x square plus 5x plus 2x. Don't forget to add the like terms. 7x plus 10. That's our answer. Now, sometimes in the second bracket, we may have a negative. Like here, we have negative sign over there. So what we have to do, again, the same thing, x times x, x squared, x times minus 5, minus 5x, and then plus 2 times x, plus 2x, and then plus 2 times minus 5, minus 10. So if I highlight the like terms, so minus 5x plus 2x, they are like to each other. So I can write x squared minus 5x plus 2x. One number is negative, other is positive. We have to do subtraction. Subtract the small number from the big number. So 5 minus 2 is 3x, and you have to use the sign. If you just compare the number, okay. So this is just a technique. If you use the sign of the bigger number, you will get the answer. So just compare 5 and 2. So 5 and 2, the bigger one is 5. So that's why we are using the sign of negative. And that's just a technique. X squared minus 3x minus 10. X times x is x squared. X times plus 5 is plus 5x. And then minus 2 times x minus 2x. Minus 2 times plus 5 minus 10. So if I highlight the like terms, plus 5 and minus 2x, they are like to each other. So now we can solve x squared plus 5x minus 2x, that is plus 3x. One number is positive, other is negative. We have to do subtraction. And in subtraction, we always use the sign of the bigger number. So which one is big? If you just compare 5 and 2. So 5 is bigger than 2 and we are using its sign. That's a technique over there. And x squared plus 3x minus 10 is our answer. The last one, x times x, x squared, x times minus 5, minus 5x. And then minus 2 times x, minus 2x, minus 2 times minus 5, plus 10. So if I again highlight the like terms, minus 5x minus 2x, we can write x squared minus 5x minus 2x. They both are like to each other and they both are negative. So you have to add them with the negative sign. 5 and 2 is minus 7x and then plus 10. Okay, there is one way you can do it directly also. Like in the first question, if you look at it, first two terms like x times x, multiply them so you will get the first term, and then plus 2 plus 5. So plus 2 plus 5 is plus 7, make x with it also. And then the last term, how you can get the last term? Plus 2 times plus 5, you will get plus 10. Okay, in the last question, if you do that, if we do the same thing, first term multiply, which will give you x squared. Then minus 2 minus 5, minus 2 minus 5 is minus 7, make x with it, minus 7x. And then minus 2 times minus 5, minus 2 times minus 5 is plus 10. Okay, coming to the next, pause the video and try these questions by yourself. Okay, if we do the same exact thing like the way we did before, x times x, x squared, x times plus 6, plus 6x, then plus 5 times x, plus 5x, and plus 5 times plus 6, plus 30. So if I highlight these two terms because they are like to each other, I can write it in this way, x squared, the first term as it is, because you cannot add the x squared term in the x term, plus 6 plus 5 is plus 11x plus 30. Okay, now let's try to solve it directly. The first two terms like x times x, x squared, and then plus 5 minus 6. Like the way we did here, plus 5 plus 6 is plus 11x. So plus 5 minus 6 is, one number is positive, other is negative. We have to do subtraction. So 6 minus 5 is 1. And we have to use the sign of the bigger number. So just compare the numbers 6 and 5. You can say that 6 is bigger than 5. So we have to use the sign of the bigger number minus. And then write x with it because 6 minus 5 is 1. and usually we do not write 1 in front of x because 1x means x. So that's why it is minus x. And then multiply plus 5 with minus 6, like the way we did here. Plus 5 times plus 6 is plus 30. So plus 5 times minus 6 is minus 30. In this way you can get the direct answer. Okay, this one, the first two terms, multiply x and x square, then minus 5 plus 6. If you solve this, minus 5 plus 6, that is plus 1. So it means plus, write x with it, plus 1x. Plus 1x means x only. And then minus 5 times plus 6, minus times plus is minus, 5 6 are 30. Okay, the last one, we can do it in the same way, x times x square, and then x times minus 6, minus 6x, minus 5 times x, minus 5x, and minus 5 times minus 6, plus 30. So we have x square minus 6 and 5. Minus 6 and minus 5, they both are adding with each other because two negative number always add with each other. Minus 11x plus 30. Coming to the next, p minus 3 whole square. So whenever you look at a square on any bracket, don't confuse it with, like, don't square the numbers. If you do that, this thing, p square minus 9, this is the wrong answer. What you have to do instead, p minus 3 whole square means p minus 3 and p minus 3, because this bracket has power 1, this bracket has power 1, and in multiplication we add the power when bases are same. Okay, so usually we do not write power 1 also. Then you have to do the same thing. P times p is p square, p times minus 3 is minus 3p, and then minus 3 times p minus 3p, minus 3 times minus 3 plus 9. So the last answer, final answer, p square minus 3p, they both are like to each other. So minus 3p minus 6p and plus 9 is our answer. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. We will continue from the next.